I would like to greet our esteemed panel members, attendees, and fellow researchers a good day. I am John Mark M. Mamawag, an assistant professor from the Isabela State University, Cabagan campus. I have been with my institution for 10 years now, and research has helped me climb the ranks. Currently, I am an instructor at the College of Business Management under the Tourism and Hospitality Management programs. Our institution has been recognized for both its research and extension programs in the region and at the national level. With this research presentation opportunity, I would like also to contribute to my institution's goals and visions through research and its contribution to humanity. The Isabela State University is composed of 9 campuses and 2 satellite campuses in Region 2. As you can see, our campuses are located almost everywhere in Region 2, the reason for which the university envisions itself to bring education to the farthest areas in Isabela, free from financial burdens made possible by the Free Education Act. As instructors, we commit to being responsible for the Isabelinos' bright future success through responsible knowledge sharing, most importantly, through research. My research entitled Assessment of Personal Entrepreneurial Competencies Among Business Employees of Cabagan, Isabela is a product of my observation. Cabagan is one of the municipalities found in the Isabela province and has long since progressed from a third-class municipality to its current classification as a first-class municipality through the industry of entrepreneurs and the support of the local government unit. However, my motivation in pursuing this research endeavor was out of curiosity towards businesses and its employees, most notably in the service industry. My main question was, are the employees of business owners also capable of being entrepreneurs themselves? Today, I will be discussing with you what my research has brought to light. First, PECs drive organizational success but reveal key gaps. Personal entrepreneurial competencies, or PECs, are crucial for fostering innovation, adaptability, and competitiveness in organizations globally and in the Philippines. Yet, there are persistent weaknesses, especially in the systematic planning, persistence, and risk-taking, notably within traditional and rural workplace settings. Next, strengths and disparities in competency development. Filipino employees generally excel in opportunity and information seeking, but struggle with planning and goal setting and efficiency. Disparities exist across regions, with rural and semi-urban areas facing greater challenges due to limited support, training, and mentorship opportunities. Number 3, research and policy directions remain limited but evolving. While intervention and policy studies have shown promise in enhancing PECs, significant gaps persist in rural research coverage, longitudinal impact assessments, and understanding the influence of digital transformation. Future research should focus on empirical, context-sensitive, and interdisciplinary approaches to strengthen workforce resilience and innovation. For the framework of the study used Coombs IPO, or the Input Process Output Model, which is a conceptual framework used in various fields. In this study, the input included small medium enterprises, SMEs, business service sector employees as its participants, their personal entrepreneurial competencies, or PECs. The process involved using a validated questionnaire developed by Bondi and Frost, administering of said questionnaires followed by data analysis. The output of the study anticipated to provide numerous significant results. Initially, it thoroughly identify and assess the personal entrepreneurial skills of business employees in the service sector in Cabagan, Isabela. Further, it will identify strengths and weaknesses in PECs among individuals. For the method, the study utilized a quantitative research designed to assess personal entrepreneurial competencies among service sector business owners and employees in Cabagan, Isabela. Employing random sampling of employees within the service sector of Cabagan, Isabela, and a validated questionnaire with Likert scale items. The research ensured reliable, objective, and generalizable data collection. The analysis focused on descriptive statistics to interpret the distribution and characteristics of PECs, aiming to enhance understanding of entrepreneurial competencies across diverse local business contexts. For the results and discussion, presented in the table are the findings of the research, where the next slides will provide the description of each measured results. Number 1. The empirical data, as summarized, offered a nuanced portrait of PECs among business employees. Self-confidence registers the highest mean score at 21.00, denoting a robust sense of self-efficacy and initiative. This finding aligns with McClelland's assertion that high achievement motivation fosters proactive behavior and effective team contribution. Risk-taking with a mean of 20.00 further underscores employees' willingness to engage in calculated risks, a competency widely recognized as a catalyst for innovation and adaptive problem solving. Number 2. Moderately strong ratings in opportunity seeking with 19.50 and information seeking at 19.00 reflect employees' capacity to identify and capitalize on emerging prospects and to systematically gather relevant information. These competencies are essential within the entrepreneurial competency model, which posits that opportunity recognition and information management are foundational to entrepreneurial success. Persistence with 18.75, goal setting at 16.50, systematic planning and monitoring at 15.75, and the commitment to work contract at 15.00 also receive moderately strong evaluations. This score suggests that employees demonstrate perseverance, strategic orientation, and adherence to organizational commitments, albeit with scope for further enhancement. Number 3, demand for quality efficiency, scoring 14.25, indicates a moderate understanding of process optimization and quality assurance. While this competency is integral to organizational performance, its relatively lower score suggests that potential gaps in employees' capacity to consistently meet elevated standards, warranting targeted developmental interventions. Number 4, the distribution of PEC scores reveals salient strengths and areas for improvement within the workforce. High self-confidence and risk-taking are indicative of a culture that values innovation and initiative, consistent with contemporary organizational imperatives. However, moderately strong scores in planning, monitoring, and commitment signal potential vulnerabilities in strategic execution and long-term goal attainment. This pattern may reflect organizational constraints, resource limitations, or developmental gaps in managerial practices. Number 5, the moderately strong ratings in opportunity and information seeking suggest that employees are generally adept at identifying and leveraging new prospects, yet may benefit from enhanced training in systematic analysis and decision making. According to the literature cited, opportunity recognition is not merely a function of individual ability, but is also shaped by organizational support structures and access to relevant resources. The lower score in demand for quality and efficiency may have implications for organizational competitiveness, particularly in sectors where process optimization and continuous improvement are critical. Number 6. From a theoretical perspective, these findings corroborate McClelland's contention that achievement-oriented individuals tend to excel in environments that reward initiative and calculated risk-taking. However, the data also highlight the need for balance, as overemphasis on risk-taking without commensurate planning and commitment can undermine organizational stability and long-term success. The entrepreneurial competency model reinforces the importance of developing a holistic competency profile, integrating both proactive and process-oriented skills. For the conclusions, the study offers a nuanced assessment of personal entrepreneurial competencies among business employees, revealing a workforce distinguished by high self-confidence and risk-taking, complemented by the moderately strong opportunity recognition, information seeking, persistence, goal setting, planning, and commitment. While these competencies align closely with prevailing theoretical models and empirical literature, the analysis uncovers notable gaps in strategic execution, planning, monitoring, and demand for quality and efficiency. These findings underscore the imperative for organizations to pursue balanced competency development, integrating both achievement-oriented and process-oriented attributes to foster sustainable performance. For the recommendations, the following are offered. Number 1, enhance strategic planning and monitoring. Organizations should implement targeted training programs focused on strategic planning, project management, and performance monitoring. Workshops, mentoring, and integration of digital tools for planning and tracking progress can help employees develop these competencies. Establishing a regular review cycles and feedback mechanisms will further reinforce the importance of systematic execution. Number 2, promote quality and efficiency initiatives. To address the lower scores in demand for quality and efficiency, companies should adopt continuous improvement methodologies such as Lean or Six Sigma, setting clear quality benchmarks, incentivizing process optimization, and providing skills development opportunities will encourage a culture of excellence. Quality circles and cross-functional teams can facilitate the knowledge sharing and foster accountability. Number 3, invest in opportunity recognition and decision-making skills. Organizations can leverage scenario-based training, case studies, and experimental learning to enhance employees' ability to identify and assess new opportunities, encouraging participation in innovation challenges, and providing access to market intelligence platforms will further strengthen opportunity seeking and informed decision making. For number 4, strengthen commitment and goal attainment. Implementing clear goal setting frameworks such as SMART objectives, coupled with recognition and reward systems, can bolster employee commitment and persistence. Regular performance appraisals and development conversations should be used to align individual aspirations with organizational objectives. And finally, number 5, foster an adaptive organizational culture. Leaders should champion a culture that values both initiative and process discipline. This involves balancing encouragement for risk-taking with safeguards for planning and quality. Organizational policies should be flexible enough to accommodate contextual variations, ensuring that competency expression is supported by appropriate resources and structures. For the impact outcomes of the study, implementation of these recommendations requires an integrated approach, combining leadership commitment, resource allocation, and continuous evaluation. Organizations should begin with competency audit to identify priority areas, followed by the design of tailored interventions. Employee engagement in the development process is essential, ensuring buy-in and sustained behavioral change. Policymakers can support these initiatives by advocating for competency-based standards in recruitment, training, and performance management, thereby reinforcing best practices across the industry. The broader impact of the study lies in its contribution to the discourse on entrepreneurial competency development within organizational and policy context. By providing empirical evidence and actionable recognitions, the research advances an understanding of dynamic interplay between individual competencies, organizational culture, and environmental contingencies. The finding serves as a catalyst for organizational innovation, policy refinement, and cultivation of resilient, high-performing teams. As businesses and policymakers embrace holistic competency frameworks, the potential for enhanced competitiveness, adaptability, and sustainable growth is significantly amplified, setting new benchmarks for industry practice and future research. The following are the references to this research undertaking. Again, I would like to thank everyone for this wonderful opportunity to have been able to share the findings of my research.